Money Mastery 101: 10 Rules for Ultimate Financial Success. A few years ago, I found myself in a frustrating situation where bills kept stacking up and I didn't have enough money to pay them. If you've been through this, you know how stressful and tough it can be. The good news is that, with me, I managed to overcome the situation and you can too. So in today's video, I'll share tips, tricks, and strategies to help you get out of the situation and improve your personal finances. Please stay tuned. But before we dive into the topic, please do me a favor and subscribe while also hitting that like button as it really helps with the YouTube algorithm. Thank you, and let's begin. Start by tracking your spending, which is really important. It means keeping a record of every cent you spend. The goal is to find any bad spending habits and fix them. This helps you take control of your money and encourages better financial habits like saving and investing. First, look at the categories where you spend money. Some might be more important than others. You might discover you're paying for things you don't even use, like subscriptions. Many people find it smart to cut back on these unnecessary expenses. Once you see where your money goes, you can also learn more about managing your finances. It's a win-win situation. You save money and gain knowledge about financial topics. So there's no downside to doing this. Number 2, create a budget. It's something that many people avoid because it seems like a lot of work. But trust me, it's totally worth it. Instead of seeing it as a chore, focus on the benefits. Budgeting helps you manage your money better. Once you start, stick with it. Consistency is key. Don't create a budget and then forget about it in the folder somewhere. That won't help. Keep updating and reviewing it regularly. You can also use digital apps and software to make budgeting easier. There are many free options available online, so you don't need to spend money on fancy tools. Number 3, set a limit on impulse spending. We all know how tempting it can be to buy something on a whim, but that quick thrill can lead to regret and unnecessary purchases. To break this habit, try the 1% rule when shopping. Here's how it works. If an item costs more than 1% of your yearly income, wait at least a day before buying it. For example, if you earn $60,000 a year, wait a day before buying anything over $600. This rule is mainly for non-essential things you want, not need. This 24-hour cooling off period gives you time to think if you truly need the item. Sometimes, after waiting, you'll realize you don't need it after all. So, remember this advice from Stash Cash next time you shop. Number 4, big purchases, save it. When you see an appealing $4,000 advertisement for a fantastic 90-inch 8K TV, it's easy to get excited. But don't rush to grab your phone and credit card right away. That's not a good idea. Remember the 24-hour rule we talked about earlier? Experts recommend that if you really want that big TV, it's best to use money from a savings account specifically set up for such purchases, not a credit card loan. Most people don't have a solid plan to pay back a loan, so it's better to avoid it. Saving up for a big purchase has many benefits. You can often negotiate a lower price or better financing terms when you pay with cash. Plus, if you save up, the price might drop. For larger purchases like a home, getting a loan can make sense, especially if the item appreciates in value. It also prevents you from depleting your savings or investment accounts. So, it's smart to start saving for what you want or need to avoid disrupting your daily life. Number 5, read books about finance. They say that if you want to hide something, put it in a book. Sadly, many people don't bother to read and they miss out on valuable information that could make them successful. The truth is, books contain knowledge that can lead to success if you take the time to read. Learning is an ongoing process, and the more you learn, the better your skills become. Financial literacy is like a superpower. It equips you with knowledge and skills to manage your money wisely. It covers everything from budgeting to saving, borrowing, and investing. With financial literacy, you can achieve your financial goals and establish stability, putting you in control of your financial future. Number 6, to take control of your finances, try reducing your monthly bills. While you can't easily cut fixed costs like rent or car payments, you can trim variable expenses like dining out or entertainment by being flexible and frugal. For instance, you can save on energy by using less power. Consider switching your insurance provider or shop for groceries at places with bulk discounts. Don't accept a loan just because you qualify for one based on your income and credit score. The bank only knows what's on your credit report and the income you've shared. They aren't aware of other financial commitments you might have that could make it hard to make timely payments. So, always assess if a monthly payment fits comfortably within your budget before taking on new financial obligations. Number 7, eating meals at home can be a cost-effective choice. You can cut down on takeout and dining out, although the occasional treat at a nice restaurant is fine. Cooking at home or bringing packed lunches to work instead of eating out daily can save you money. You can make it easy by creating a weekly meal plan and sticking to it. If you don't consider yourself a great cook, you can find countless recipes and cooking tips online. Start by preparing at least one meal at home each week and bring your lunches to work starting next week. You might be surprised by how much money you can save. Number 8. Getting rid of your debt, especially high-interest credit card debt, is one of the most important steps to improve your finances. It can open up new opportunities for you. If you tend to forget things, start by making a list of all your debts, like credit card debt, student loans, and car loans. Figure out the minimum payments required for each. Just making minimum payments won't help you get rid of debt quickly, so think about your fixed expenses and how much you can allocate from your discretionary spending to pay down your own debt. You can also try to lower the interest rates on your debt by asking your creditors for a reduction, consolidating loans, or moving high-interest debt to a low-interest credit card through balance transfers. Afterward, create a plan to pay off your debt as fast as you can. The quicker you pay off your debt, the more room you'll have in your monthly budget. Remember, credit card debt should be a top priority because it keeps growing over time and is hard to cut back on. 9. While credit cards can be a useful tool, they can also lead to trouble for some people who lack self-control. Relying too much on credit cards when money is tight can quickly lead to debt and financial difficulties. If you find yourself using credit cards to make ends meet, it's time to stop. Continuing to use credit cards as a temporary solution can limit your ability to cover expenses, save for retirement, or achieve other financial goals. To avoid accumulating more debt, create a budget that doesn't rely on credit cards. Consider using cash or your debit card for everyday expenses. You can also open a short-term savings account for major purchases. Leave your credit card at home to resist the temptation to use it. Credit cards often have high interest rates that can lead to debt accumulation, especially in emergencies. Many people fall into the habit of depending on credit cards when they run out of money before payday. Instead of relying solely on credit cards, it's wise to stop using them until you have the knowledge and discipline to use them responsibly. Number 10. Consider going on a spending fast to improve your personal finances, especially if you're struggling with credit card debt, paying bills on time, or other money issues. A spending fast means refraining from making discretionary purchases for a set of period. It's a helpful way to cut down on spending and regain control of your finances. While it might sound a bit challenging, think of it like a detox or cleanse for your financial well-being, similar to giving up certain foods for a month. During a spending fast, you limit spending to essentials like food, transportation, and necessary bills. Taking on this challenge can help boost your savings, change your spending habits, and make you more mindful of what you truly need rather than just what you want. It's an opportunity to shift your perspective on money. I hope you found this information helpful. By following these steps, you can stay ahead of your finances. Remember, not having financial problems means more money for you. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful day. I'll see you in the next video. Stash Cash signing off.